Hello. You must have seen my previous video in which I was showing you how I assembled my vintage Eroica bike, and there were still a couple of issues to be addressed with this bicycle. What I managed to source is this nice saddle, San Marco Rolls saddle, and in this video I'll show you how I'm replacing the headset. You can remember the headset with the broken dust cup, and I managed to find out this Strong Light roller bearings headset. I have chosen for this Strong Light headset not only because it's strong and light and French and aluminium, which nicely fits the frame, but mainly because it's the roller bearing types. Here you can see a roller bearing, and it has steel races which form the complete set that actually lasts forever. Here you can see the steel races and a roller bearing package. This particular model is quite old. There aren't any visible signs of wear. Just clean it, re-grease it and mount it. That's it. The headset replacement procedure is as follows. Undo the quill stem and place it aside. Undo the lock nut of the headset. Remove the spacers. Undo the adjustable race. And now you can slide out the fork. Now here I'm using an improvised tool for removing the cups. It's simply a piece of steel pipe that used to be a coat hanger. I've cut it lengthwise to flare it on one side, and this way the cup can be forced outside of the head tube. Removing the crown race was more difficult, as you can see here. Well, always remember to support the fork on some softer material than the fork itself. I'm using some timber leftovers. And basically I don't have any tool for removing the crown race yet. So if you have any ideas, please place it in the comments. You can see here the crown race was Shimano. And I'm doing all my best not to mix Shimano and Campagnolo on one bike. That's why I'm happy to remove this one and replace it with some other one, which is a Strong Light. The crown race I'm planning to install is of the correct diameter. Now, installing a crown race is much easier than removing it. Remember to support the fork on the underside of the crown. I'm using a wooden plank for that. To press the race in place, I'm using a length of 40mm sewer PVC pipe and a hammer. This PVC pipe fits nicely over the crown race. Position it properly, tap it with a hammer and you're done. Well, here I'm re-greasing the whole bearing package that goes on the underside of the steerer tube. For pressing in the cups, I'm using my bearing press tool that composes of a threaded rod, a couple of connecting nuts and a penny washers. Well, I'm still not very happy after the way I had to remove the crown race. Simply position the cup straight in the head tube. Start pressing, one cup at a time. Once both cups are pressed in, It's only to reinstall the fork, tighten the nut, place the spacer and tighten the lock nut. Then you just reinstall the quill stem. And tighten the bolt. For some unexplained reasons, the saddle post didn't fit the seat tube. I suppose it's just some deposits inside or general age of the frame. That's why I got myself a set of reamers and I decided to ream the frame to the correct size. Well, I know it's 25 millimeters. I know it because I have another aluminum Vitus frame which is of this size and it can accept the seat post I have. Here I'm adjusting the reamer. Once it's set to a proper size, well, maybe a bit smaller, because you can always ream it more, and once you ream it more you cannot make it smaller. I'm inserting the reamer and turning it clockwise, only clockwise. It's not a tap, it's a reamer, so you turn it only clockwise and you actually clean the seat tube of a frame. And once this is done, the seat post fits nicely in the frame as it should. Well, another job done, and this bike is closer and closer to getting on the road.